We're back with the crack of dawn. I decided not to clean up. I was gonna, but I decided not to. I'm doing the ice cream cone. So I don't have my Barbie pink. I was gonna go in the basement and get it, but I've got to go to my chiropractor in a little bit, so I figured we could fit in one more episode. Dawn Lombardi, welcome to the crack of dawn. We are doing this big, huge, gigantic painting that's gonna go at the Dostal Eye Care offices in East Hampton, Massachusetts. And across the street from Dostal Eye Care was Tasty Top, a nostalgic ice cream store that's been there since I was a kid. We used to go there all the time. It's great. So as you can see, I got the sky done on the first episode, which was probably pretty boring, but you know me, I just babble on, so it's probably not that bad to watch. So here I am in my driveway. Let me close the garage. It's so bad. I thought my picture was in there, but it's not. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the Tasty Top logo, and it's kind of pinkish, but it has orange in it, and I can't find any orange. So when you're doing red and yellow makes orange, so this is kind of the color that I'm looking for, okay? So I'm gonna do the Tasty Top. I can always fix it later. You always wanna have your picture on the top. I don't have any tape left. Otherwise, I tape it to the, usually I have everything in here, but I don't have any tape. So what I'm gonna do is use the tape that I've got. I'll take it off, and I'm gonna try to tape it back on there, because that's how I can tell what I'm painting, really. Okay, so always, if you're doing something big too, from a photograph, you're gonna wanna tape that picture in the corner, okay? So I'm using a little brush now, because I can't really do it with a big brush, and I'm gonna fill in these letters up here, and they say Tasty Top. I'm gonna put dark around some of them, but I'm just gonna get this done. Yeah, I see Dairy Queen's open. It's weird what's open and what's not, I have to say. I mean, I don't know anything about what should be open, but I don't go anywhere, really. Okay, so I'm gonna put this, the Tasty Top letters are, they have a little yellow in them, so I'm just gonna throw in a little yellow in there. It looks like it's sort of reflecting the light, and it sort of looks kind of old, which is weird because the rest of the painting looks perfect. Again, you're gonna wanna use a smaller brush for these things here. And it's gorgeous out, but I heard it's gonna snow tonight, which is weird. You know, it's May 8th. It's crazy. So again, I'm filling in these letters, and I can move around to another spot. I probably will, so I don't bore you, but again, you wanna go in with a smaller brush for these ones. And it's gotta be perfect, okay, let's face it. This is gonna be a much different painting than the one he already has in his shop. By the way, Jay Wildhack is in it. Huh. He asked me, Mrs. Lombardi, if I pose on my bicycle, can you throw me in a motorcycle and put me in that painting? Because I happened to be doing it, and they came over that day. And so he was like, can you put me in the painting? And I'm like, sure. I think he hopped on one of our bicycles and just posed for me. I threw some glasses on him, which these people are all gonna be wearing glasses too, because it's an eye doctor shop. So of all these people that are waiting for their ice cream, they're gonna have, oh yeah, it goes right into the A. I gotta take it off sometimes because I can't see. So every now and then you gotta take it off so you can see what you're doing. It looks like it goes like this. Okay, into the A. That looks like I made a mistake right there, which is fine. Okay, because I can go over it. So now I'm doing the A. Remember, you can draw this yourself. It's not that hard to draw. I used my opaque projector because it takes a while. Plus, I'm super good at it. It takes a while to be good at that too, but you get it in no time, okay? And the opaque projector is another form of the camera obscura. It's been around since, I don't even know, definitely the 1600s, because Van Eyck, Jan Van Eyck, can't remember the date of his paintings. I think they were around either 1600, 1400, somewhere in between. Anyway, it's a mirror with a light and a lens, and it projects a larger image, sort of like your television, okay? It's kind of like a camera obscura. It projects the image so that it blows up bigger. The more you back it up, the bigger it gets. So that's a fun thing that I use when I have a lot of stuff going on. I don't have time to draw it, or I want it to be perfect. My paintings that I do live, which I'll probably do Stanley Whitman this year. It didn't work out the last 2 years, but I think I can do it this year, as long as I know where I'm going. And I like to paint the cocktail party at someone's house, but those paintings don't come out like these, so hopefully they'll reach out to me. If they don't, I do other stuff. I do tons of charities, tons. Some of the paintings come out so good, I can't even believe what they get for them. But a lot of it is because the people are at the party, you know, they're in the painting. So it's like a no-brainer. Everybody wants the painting that they're in. Plus I make everybody look great. Yeah, I do. So thinner, blonder, you got it. You're at the party, I make you look however you want. So everybody loves that. I wish I had a chair, but I don't. But I don't have an easel that would hold this, and I can't do it inside my house because it'll get everywhere. And everybody's doing work, you know, school work, all that stuff. So I'm gonna fill in these letters here. This is gonna be a fantastic painting, by the way. Thank you, Eric. And it'll go on YouTube, and it'll go on Crack of Dawn. And we're filming from home. I'm trying to be creative, trying to be funny. Oh, okay, this one, I don't know how that goes. Let's see. It doesn't matter, because guess what? I can do it however I want later. I can fix it. So that is Tasty Top. Okay, I can go back, you know, make the whole, I tell the kids at school too, make the whole thing pink. If it looks pink, don't worry about, because the outside of these letters are going to be a little bit darker. So don't worry if they're not perfect. Okay, I'm going into the T. Woo, I almost tipped over there. Okay, so again, I'm in my driveway on the ground. It's crazy. I'm going to do the T. It looks a little bit more reddish orange. You can paint right on your picture if you want to see. It has more yellow in it and a little white. Okay. So the T is a little more, and some of the other letters are too. I got them wrong, but I can go over them. I don't care. I'm using a teeny brush, and I'm just going to go over everything here. It's going to be a great painting. There's a lot of neon in here, so it's very hard to mix neon colors. So sometimes you have to buy them. They're not that expensive. At BU, Boston University, I wasn't allowed to use neon colors or black. We couldn't use it. Could not be in your kit or in your supply box. They had a certain amount of colors that they told us to get, and those are the only ones you were allowed to use. And it challenges you to learn how to mix. Okay? So this is fun. I know it's a big painting, but we're gonna go on. And I'll do a third and fourth episode, I think, because it is gonna take me a while. And I was trying to figure out how to do a time lapse, but my kids are too busy to show me, so I went on a video, YouTube, and you know, Dawn, of course. I'd need to watch the video at least 30 times and then replay it like 30 times just to understand what the guy was saying. But the kids get it. I don't. So again, I'm doing my Y. I can move around to a different place. So if you get bored doing the letters, you might want to go over here and start doing the ice cream window where the guy's working. But sometimes I'm on a roll here, so I just keep going. Okay. My beautiful neighborhood. I love it here. I love everybody on the street. Then we got a new guy who's great. Young guy, smart. Okay. And we got another new guy across the street. My neighbor Marty used to live there, but now it's Cy. We love him. And he's got these gorgeous girls. Oh. Okay, so I'm going down like this. And then it says milkshakes and sandwiches, and that's in black. I might do that with a Sharpie, but I told you I would never do that, but I might. If I can keep a steady hand to do it, I will. But if I can't, I might do a Sharpie and then try to go over it with the black. It's hard. Sometimes I don't recommend using Sharpies, even to sign your painting. I think it looks tacky. I've done it before. Anybody that has a painting of mine with a Sharpie on it, just call me up. Say, Dawn, we need to fix this, and it takes 2 seconds. You go right over it with paint. Some people don't mind. A lot of people use Sharpies to sign their work, but I don't like it. Unless your drawing was done with a Sharpie, the whole thing, then you can sign with a Sharpie. But normally you don't want to. Okay. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to do the top because I'm almost done. May as well. And then the sign around the letters, everybody's like, it's white. No, it's not. If you look up close, watch. I'm going to get something that's white. So a lot of times when people are like, oh, the sign is white. No. Watch when it happens when I put the white there. No, it's like yellowish white. So remember, when you are drawing, really what is really white? And that's what I do with skin color. I'm like, am I really white? No. Okay. So we do that a lot with skin color at school too, because I'm like, I'm not really white. They might refer to me as white, but no, when you're doing the actual skin color, it's very rare you're gonna find someone this color. My kid is close. Just kidding. But yeah, we don't let him in the sun sometimes because he's very pale. Okay, so I'm going back over here. Now, my tasty part is dripping. Oh no, it's not. Sometimes your paint's gonna drip, but don't worry, because guess what? It doesn't matter. You can either erase it with your finger, or you can just go over it with more paint later. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna finish these letters. We're only 10 minutes into it, so I know it's kind of boring, but at least I'm chattering away. And you can see me in my driveway. I've got my coffee inside. I forgot to bring it out. It's probably cold by now. And I ran out of coffee cups. So I poured it into a wine glass because my husband did that the other day. And I'm like, what? That thing is gonna break. It's gonna shatter. You know, they're the big wine glasses, the ones that hold the red wine. And it worked. So that's what I did, I copied him. So the tea, again, you're gonna wanna make it perfect. Everything should be perfect, okay? Because this is a realistic painting. The last one I did for Eric's shop is not. It's kind of funny actually. So all my paintings are different. A lot of times people don't realize that I did the same painting because they're like, that's not yours. I'm like, yeah, it is. I have different styles. My horse racing ones are more like this. My live ones are nothing like this, but my live ones are my favorite ones. I love doing live paintings. They're so fun. I just have to have support when I'm doing them. So, you know, it's charity. I love doing charities, but I don't like last minute stuff. I like to be incorporated in the plan from the start, and some of my terms have to be reached because, you know, it's all about where I set up. Artists, I do weddings that are live. Those are super fun. But you got to leave me alone because I know where to go. I know where I want to work from, and I know where the light is good. So if someone's like, oh, could you stand over there and do the priest? No, I have to find the light. I'm a girl on Main Street named Carrie. Love them. Oh my gosh. He hired me to do a painting for her. I can't remember for what, maybe Mother's Day or her birthday. And he's like, he told me what to do. He goes, go in the back, there's a garden. I want you to do the garden. So I went in the back, there was no light. The garden was beautiful, but the light wasn't there. And so the light that I liked was over by their patio. So I walked around the yard, I found the best painting that I could possibly do. And I said, Wink, this isn't gonna work out, the thing that you want me to do, I'm taking off the Berks. So he's like, you do what you want, Dawn, I totally trust you. Now, those are the kind of people I like to work for. He said that. He's like, nope, I totally trust you. You go do what you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm like, I know you don't want it of this, but believe me, I'm gonna make it amazing. And I did. Amazing painting. Because I need to find the spot where I need to go. So when people start telling me where they want me, I need to be part of that plan because it works out. Better. Yeah. Did a couple, or I don't know, one or two for the Pettit Foundation. They let me go wherever I wanted to. I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. Over here's perfect. They're like, you do what you want, Dawn. And then of course, it makes more money because I know what I'm doing. So you wanna make some money, you gotta listen to me. And I don't care. Sometimes I need some for supplies, but not really. I'll do it. As long as I get treated nice, I'm good. So we're doing the Tasty Top. It's coming along. I gotta check the time in a minute because then I gotta drive down to the chiropractor. She's gonna fix me up. It's crazy. I see half the town there. I'm not gonna say who, but people that are in shape, people that look great. I'm like, what is wrong? But see, I don't look that bad, and I mean, I need it. Now I'm doing the bottom of the P is black, so I can leave that. And there's a lot of shadow on this one too, which I'll show you how to do. We're doing it at school right now. We are doing bubble letters and graffiti. And the kids are like, Mrs. Party, like Lombardi. Mrs. Lombardi, graffiti's illegal. I'm like, yeah, a lot of it is, but you know, you could tell the difference between something that was planned and hired than something that was just tagged because someone's being a fool. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, there's some good graffiti art. Yeah. Nipsey Hussle down at the skate park. Apparently that's something to look at. But I don't know anything about Nipsey. Nothing. My kid does, but I don't know anything about Nipsey. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do the sign, okay? Which is sort of like, it's sort of the cone that's pink is kind of going down onto the sign. So I'm gonna need my white, and I'm gonna use a brush, bigger, okay? And I'm gonna, I don't have a cloth here, I should, but guess what? I'm just gonna wipe it on the driveway. It's acrylic paint. Tony would get mad if it was oil, because it wouldn't go away. But it's acrylic, so as soon as it rains, which is gonna be tomorrow or tonight, I'm gonna mix this white with my yellow and my pink, and I'll show you what I'm gonna get. Let me get up so you can see, okay? Sometimes people don't get it. So, if you can see, I gotta do that sign, and it's kind of like a yellowy, pinky white. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back over to my perch here. Okay, we're gonna do that. We probably have like 10 more minutes. Brian, I hope this is okay. I mean, I have no idea. But we're trying to do some cracks from home, and this is the only way I can do it. So I'm gonna put this in. I could paint it right over here to see if it matches. It pretty much does. It needs a little bit more dark. So I'm just gonna make it a little darker with some pink. Okay, and I'm gonna put that in. It's pretty much all here. You can make some nice lines with your brush if you have a lot of paint on it. I'm known for using a lot of paint. I like the globs. Some people don't. Scott Pryor, no globs for Scott. Again, I thought this was a painting by Scott Pryor, so I had to double check. But I checked and it was from a photographer. So I will credit the photographer as soon as I figure it out. But this is definitely a photograph someone took. I don't know if it's on the Tasty Top website or where I got it, but I just, I Googled pictures of Tasty Top. And this is what I got. Now, I might not want to go so close to my letters because they might not be dry yet. So I'm going to kind of stay around them. You can tell it's not white because the background is white. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to fill that in. It's going to be a great painting when I'm done. Can't wait. And I'll have my parents come up because they can deliver it. Because they want to see the kids. So they come and they stay in the car. It's pretty sad, but they come up. It's only an hour to get to Northampton from Farmington, Connecticut. So my sister lives in Boston, Milton, which is outside of Boston. And it takes them forever. It's not necessarily that it takes forever to get there, but it's Boston traffic. It's crazy. But there's no more wicked awesome Red Sox. So I love the Boston. I love when you go into Boston and they write, it's wicked scary, so stay at home. Or whatever it says. I don't even know. It's so funny. Whoever does those things, it's very creative. So again, this line here, this is going to be this kind of vanilla color. Okay. And I'll check my time. I don't want to leave this out because if the wind blows it over, if something were to hit it and pierce it, I'd have to go buy another canvas and start over. It's happened, believe me. I have a few canvases in the house that have holes in them, and I don't like that because you can't sell them when they have a hole in them. My Joe's Pizza one, it's huge. It's like this big. Yeah, it came crashing down in the basement and got a hole in it. So it's really not worth anything anymore, but it's at my parents' house if anybody wants it. And Joe's is a great restaurant in Northampton, Joe's Pizza. I know they're doing takeout now. A lot of the restaurants around here are doing some takeout, which is really nice. And yeah, it's looking good. What do you think? Let me check the time. We are at 18 minutes, so we got another 10, and then I'll head to my chiropractor. I could do the trees next. See the tree? If I want, I might do the trees next for the next 10 minutes. But I need to finish up this because this is important here. So again, I'm gonna mix my pink with my white and yellow. Oopsie. And I'm gonna get this kind of milky color here. Okay, I'm gonna put it all down here too. And you wanna find wherever this color is and keep it while you got it. Because it's just easier. That's what makes me a fast painter. I don't just shoot around and say, oh, now I'm gonna paint this. No, I do the color that I've got, I stick with it, and I put it wherever it is. It's much more convenient, and you're not wasting your time. And if you're getting paid to do this stuff, you really don't wanna work on it your whole life. You wanna get it done the right way. I'm gonna go over the milkshake, but I'm gonna leave my Sharpie so that I can see it, okay? Again, I have a pencil sketch with a red Sharpie, because I didn't have a black Sharpie, so I used a red one. So that's why my sketch is in red. Okay? You can do it in pencil first. You don't have to use the pencil first. Doesn't matter, as long as it's accurate. Okay, now I'm going to go over the rest of it, and then I can start to add some more stuff. Okay, there we go. I've got a white here. Oopsie. Again, if I go into my ice cream, I can just take it right off. It's also a big brush, which is probably not a good idea for this part, but I can fix it later. Once this is all dry and everything, I can go back and add whatever I want. It's really great. Okay, so I'm going to put here, there. I'm going to go around my letters. They're going to have some black, so I don't really have to worry too much. I think they all have black around them. So I'm going to go in and try to go as close to my letters as I can. If you can't get close to your letters, that's when you want to get a smaller brush, okay? So I'm just going to keep this one for now because I don't mind it so much. I'm going to get as close down as I can. Okay, and when you get really good at painting like I am, it's not as hard to get so close to these letters. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have them in there good. Okay, yeah, we probably have about 5 minutes left, and then I'll film another one later. This is so fun. I love it. Okay, for kids at home, you know, this is a great thing you can do on your wall. Ask your parents first, but murals are great. That you can, my daughter's painting her whole room right now perfectly. I didn't even go up there. And my husband works at PPG. So that's a paint company. He's the manager in Norwalk. Now they're closed for a little while. Hopefully not forever. It's great paint. He's worked at a few different places, Sherwin-Williams for a really long time. But what we figured out is paint's paint. I mean, there is good quality paint. I can't remember what the color kind he uses now. It begins with an M. Okay, so he works down in Norwalk. It's about a 4-hour commute every day for him. So unfortunately, they don't reimburse for gas or anything. So it's a lot. If it snows, he's got to stay over at a hotel. Sometimes they reimburse him for that. So I wouldn't say it's a good company. So, and he thinks they will survive this pandemic. I think the only reason he is an essential worker because it's paint. So like if Lowe's is open, then why can't he be open? But they're in a pretty area that's infested with the virus right now. So they are closing it for the safety of the patrons and the people that work there. So again, going as close to my letter as I can. Okay, and I'm going to find this color is going to be a lot of places, but I'll try to figure it out right now. Let's see if I can find that color. Okay, so it looks like this color is also on this counter that these people are all waiting to get ice cream. So I'm going to put it down there because while I have this color, people are going to think that's white. Well, you know what? I can go over it if it really is white, but right now it looks off-white. Okay, leaving my Sharpie so I can see through it. I'm going all the way over because it is a counter. So it's going to go all the way over to here. And I'm going to go over here. And the counters, these are kind of white here. I could put those in while I want to. These neon lights up here, those are kind of fun. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these windows right here. These are white. Okay, I can always fix them later. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to check my time and I'm going to say bye. And Brian, I hope this worked out good. You can see I've got a long way to go, but I did get a lot done with the top. Now I got to do the bottom and I got to do the trees. And it's a process, but it's so fun. So we got about a minute left. Again, tasty top. You can see I've got a lot of neon colors here, her shorts, but her shorts are kind of cut off. I can change whatever I want. Obviously, everybody's going to have glasses on. I mean, that guy has some sunglasses on, but it's an eye doctor store, so it's an eye shop. So what I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to put everybody in glasses. Thanks for tuning in, and I'm going to go back inside and clean up because this is kind of a mess. Okay, so I'll just keep painting and Brian will cut me off when he wants. Thanks for tuning into the crack of dawn. Okay, I'm gonna do my green, I think, next. I can look for some red. Oh, I left my picture over here by you guys. There we go. All right, anything red? Yeah, there is red. There's a reddish brown. So reddish brown. I want to take out some brown for that. Okay. And then I'll put the painting inside to dry just in case it rains while I'm down at the chiropractor's. Now it's reddish brown, so I'm gonna get a big brush. I'm gonna take some brown. Ooh, that's kind of yucky. Brownish red. And it looks like it's about right. Yep. So this whole part here is brownish red. Okay. So I mixed brown with red to get this color. You can see this color is kind of everywhere, but reddish brown. Mix some more water in it to make your if you want your paint to move around a little faster, you're gonna mix some water in there. I need some more red. Again, I can fix it later, not a big deal. Try to get this done while we're here. I have a big brush here, but I could use the side and I can spin it this way to make a straight line. So it's kind of cool. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I'm so excited. We'll do another episode soon. I might go inside my house for the next episode, but this is the episode, Tasty Top. Yes, Tasty Top ice cream, East Hampton. Thanks so much, and go out and get yourself a nice ice cream. Have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Okay, everybody stay safe, wash your hands, wear your masks. I see people with no masks. I don't think it's right. I noticed one group of people that don't wear them, and I'm not gonna say who. It's not a nationality or anything, don't worry, but I noticed some people don't care. So anyway, have a great night, have a great week, stay safe, wash your hands, and I definitely have to wash my hands. Ooh, bye.